Hello, welcome to my channel. In order to achieve the most basic everyday glam, the first step I take is to apply moisturizer to my clean skin, and then I go in with this face primer because it has a really nice grip to it. When you apply it, you can see how my hand is sticking to my face after I've applied it, and this just shows that my foundation and other products are going to stick. Now you choose a primer according to your skin type as well as foundation. Foundation I'll be using is a velvety foundation from Beauty by AD, and I mixed both shades to get my exact shade. Then I proceed to blend it onto my face. Now, if you choose the perfect shade, you will not struggle to blend. As you can see, it is seeping into my skin perfectly and I'm not struggling to blend it. Then this step is not necessary, but I like to go in with cream blush onto my cheekbones so that I will not struggle to make my blush show up later. You can use a red lipstick or an orange lipstick to achieve this. You just have to be quick in blending. The next step is to bring back some brightness under my eyes, my forehead, my nose bridge, and my cupid's bow and chin. This step helps you look more awake and more put together, and it conceals any under eye bags you may have. The next step is to take the small corner of the wedge sponge and start blending out the concealer. I like to start out from the outer part of the face, which is my chin, my cupid's bow, my forehead, and then I conclude by blending under my eyes. Now, I love this sponge because you can turn different sides of it and blend without mixing the shades up. The next step is to blend my nose bridge and then conclude with my under eyes, as I mentioned, because I like to give the concealer under my eyes some time to get tacky and give me more full coverage. I love full coverage. The next thing is to take the bottom part of my sponge, which is the part I use to apply foundation, to blend any harsh lines and then to contour my nose because I don't like using harsh products or dark shades, so this just gives you a more natural contour. The next step is to use setting powder. What does setting powder do? Setting powder reduces the look of oiliness, adds a more flawless finish, and I like to use this triangular puff to apply setting powder. Now what you want to do is to take that puff, press into the setting powder, and then dust it off. I know it seems like a lot of work, but you need just one layer to start setting. If you use too much powder, it's going to look cakey and it's going to break your makeup. So dust off the excess, and if you feel like you didn't dust off enough, pat it onto your palm just to get rid of any excess powder. As you can see, there's some powder that came off, but I still have enough powder to set under my eyes. Now watch how lightly I'm setting before I go on in with powder. I layer setting powder, like I go in with one layer until I get my desired setting under the eyes, and then I set my smile lines to make sure that I delay any cracks that might appear later. This is especially important if you have oily skin. Then I also go in and set all the areas that I applied concealer and my nose bridge, my cupid's bow, the top of my brows, my chin, just to make sure that every place that I applied concealer is set. The next step is to go in with pressed powder. Now I go in with the exact shade of my skin to blend the outer perimeters of my face. That is every place that I did not apply concealer. So that's my jawline, my forehead, even on top of the blush. Do not be afraid to set everywhere. And then I take that my powder and I use it to set the sides of my nose. This gives the illusion of soft contour. I always advise every beginner to get this eyeshadow palette because it also doubles as a blush palette. See how I'm applying it onto my cheekbones, and I'm still going to use this as eyeshadow if I want to. And to further chisel my face, I use this brown shade from this contour kit to add some shape by contouring my jawline. Then we're going in to do our eyebrows, and you want to make sure that your pencil is very sharp. Now I am brushing my eyebrow hair up, and I'm using the sharp part of the pencil to outline my eyebrows. I know it doesn't look like it is showing, but as you can see, it is actually showing. So I just make sure to lightly do some strokes that mimic the eyebrow hair, and when I get to the front, I'm very light-handed and I feather it out. I have a lot of beginner eyebrow tutorials, but if you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section below. Next, we are using eyebrow gel to keep the eyebrows in place before we apply concealer to clean them up even better. This helps to highlight the brows and set them apart from the rest of the face. And I drag down the concealer so that I can use it to prep for my eyeshadow. Now, the next step is to use a blending brush to set that concealer and press it down so that it is not all over the place and just stiff. Next, I'll use this cream colored powder from the contour kit to set my brow bone. A lot of people wonder what to do with theirs, so this is one use for it. Then before I start doing my eyeshadow, I like to pack on setting powder under my eye so that it will catch any fallout. Then I apply eyeshadow base onto my eyelids before I start applying eyeshadow. If you don't have eyeshadow base, please go ahead and use a light, non-oily concealer as base. Now I'm using this palette for my eyeshadow and I'm using those 4 shades. Starting with the medium brown, I'm just going to take a big fluffy blending brush and apply that above my crease line. This is going to make it look like I have bigger eyelids. As you can see, I keep using my brush to fill the area so that I can see where I'm applying the eyeshadow. Then I go in with this dense blending brush to apply dark brown on the outer eye corner. This is to further give my eyes some depth and to contour the eyes even more. Then I apply black on the brown, and then I take that same brush to apply the milky nude shade to the center of my eyelid. As you can see, the light shades are inside, the dark shades are outside. The light shades highlight, the dark shades contour. I'm going to post a more detailed eyeshadow video, but I hope that this can help you to achieve a little quick soft glam anytime you're doing your eyeshadow yourself or your makeup yourself. And then I'm going to take a small brush and I'm going to apply black and brown on my lower lash line. The next part is to apply eyeliner, and as a beginner I advise that you start with a gel liner or a marker liquid liner because it is easy to control. For me, who has hooded eyes, I am not a fan of winged liner, and I feel like as a beginner you want to start with something you're comfortable with. So just do like a nice simple small line on the top of your lash line and just leave it at the end. Don't draw any wing, and then just go in with mascara and lashes if you want. But mascara can actually do the trick as well if you don't want extra drama, you just want to achieve a quick makeup look. I'll also post a detailed eyelash fixing video. Hopefully it will help you understand how to fix lashes in a more detailed way. Now I want to go in further to wipe off that excess powder and wipe off any fallout that may have fallen on my face. You can see that it looks like we did a lot of work, but there's not a lot of makeup on my face. That's what it looks like anyway. So we apply setting spray after powder to kind of tame that look of powderiness. And I go in straight with highlighter because I don't like the face to dry before I apply highlighter. I like the highlighter to have something to stick to so that it is not like a gunk of shiny powder on my face with nothing to stick to. But I'm extra, so I go in with some loose highlighter to give myself some extra glow. You don't have to do this step if you just want a simple look. And then afterwards, I'm just going to make sure to apply that same highlighter to the pointy part of my nose, as you can see, before I go in with lipstick. These 3 lipsticks are what I'll be using, starting out with the brown to contour the outer part of my lips. You can also achieve this with a brown pencil, but I like to use matte lipstick because it lasts longer. And after applying the brown, I'm going to follow in with a medium brown to apply just below the dark brown to give the other shades something to blend to. Then I apply the lightest shade in the center, and when I smack my lips, you can see a seamless ombre blend. So it goes from light to medium to dark brown. So now let's fix our hair and see how it looks when we are photographing. I can't do all that makeup and then let my hair cover my whole forehead, so that's why I moved my hair to the side. I looked at myself and I realized I needed a little touch to go with this makeup. Like, I like how the lips look like this, but I feel like lip gloss would take it to another level. So I applied this pinky nude lip gloss and I like exactly how it came out. Let me know if you prefer the lips with or without lip gloss, and I would really love to see you try out this makeup look. You can try it out and tag me on Instagram at Candy Ajijelek, and I would love to see your recreations. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe and drop any requests for any makeup look you'd like to see. And then you can check out any of my previous videos, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.